we think of cosmology, when we think of the world that we're standing on, this rock, which one is it? You know, the textbooks are telling us that this is an oblate spheroid. Have you read about that? Heard about that? An oblate spheroid. This guy right here says, no, it's pear-shaped. Then, of course, you got NASA pumping out pictures all the time as a perfectly spherical Earth. And you got the Bible saying, nah, no, you live in a snow globe. So, which one is it? Why do you believe what you believe? When I first started looking into this and started talking to other people who had come before me who were doing this research, one of them challenged me. He said, Rob, I understand you're hardcore globe Earth guy, I get it. He said, I challenge you, and I'm going to challenge you with the same thing he challenged me with. Prove it without using NASA or any other space agency, the government or military of any country in the world. Why would I say that? NASA has been proven to be liars time and time again. I could spend a whole weekend here showing you the lies of NASA. How many of you believe your government is 100% honest and can be trustworthy? Come on. Okay, so you don't, one person suffering from severe cognitive dissonance. Yeah. And how many of you know the military answers to their government? Okay, so if those three sources, space agencies, which are typically military government organizations, governments and the militaries of the world, are all proven liars, why would you trust them? Fool me once, right? Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I say, continue to believe pathological liars and you're an idiot. But that's what we've all done. And so, I look at these stuff, we've all seen the textbooks, we've all seen the videos and movies and all these things, and there's so much of it. Do you know what the budget NASA has? Do you know how much they get? How much money they get? Tens of billions of dollars a year. Have you seen the movie Gravity? Okay. That's made for about $100 million, give or take. And if you saw the movie Gravity, that was pretty impressive. I saw it on IMAX, big screen, like, wow. I mean, I felt like I was with Sandra Bullock flying around in space, freaking out myself. Very impressive. Just saw the movie, Passengers, I think it's called. Same thing. Okay, this is what they're able to do with $100 million. What are you able to do with tens of billions of dollars a year since the 60s? And why is it that all the astronauts, if not all, most of them, have to be Freemasons? How many of you know secret societies are good at keeping secrets? Kind of why they say secret society, right? So you have organizations, people say, well, it's too big a conspiracy. There's no way, too big a conspiracy, too big a... No, it isn't. There's supposedly over 7 billion people on the Earth today, right? Look up how many people have allegedly been to space. It's about 550 out of 7 billion. Most of those from the United States and Russia. How many think those two countries are very trustworthy? They always tell the truth, right? Their government never lies. My government never lies. And most of the astronauts are military trained. I was in the military. We're trained to keep secrets. Right? Yeah. I say don't trust me either. And they're Freemasons. Okay, secret, all over the place. 500-something people. It's not too hard. The mechanic has no idea what the king knows, right? There are people working for these agencies that believe what they're doing is what they're doing. They're making parts. They're going to go on something that's going to get launched up somewhere. That's all they know. There are other people who sit in front of computers that get data coming from somewhere, and they interpret that data. Are they in on the conspiracy? No, they're just doing their job. But I'll tell you, some of these people are starting to question their job. People say, we've all seen the curve. If you ever look out, you ever fly in an airplane, you're an idiot. If you ever flown in an airplane, you've seen the curve. I've flown in airplanes lots of times. And I would have said before doing this research that I saw the curve too. But you didn't. You thought you did. You convinced yourself that you did. Next time you go up in an airplane, take a camera with you. Make sure you don't have a fisheye lens. Take pictures out your window. bring it into some kind of software like Photoshop, put a parallel line over it, and you're going to see it's flat as a pancake. I was thinking about something this morning. Let's say this is my field of view right here, okay? And in this field of view, I'm claiming to see a curve of the earth, right? You with me? Here's my field of view. Here's my curve of the earth. What happens when I do this? If I do this and I still claim to see the curve of the earth, I've just created the McDonald's sign. Right? Field of view, curved earth. Field of view, curved earth. Curved earth, McDonald's. We're living in McDonald's. You're not seeing curve. And I'm going to challenge you to start looking for the curve. If you've ever been to the ocean, you've seen the curve. Okay, prove it. If you've ever been to the beach, you've seen ships go over the curve. Okay? Go buy the Nikon Coolpix P900 camera. Has an 83 power optical zoom lens with a digital zoom that effectively doubles that. I'll just say, go have fun. Go watch ships disappear over the curve. I went to an electronic superstore one day. I had already bought mine, and it took me a long time to get a hold of one of these cameras because they were always out of stock. And I went to this one superstore, and they were out of stock. And the guy that was there, I was asking him about it. He goes, "Yeah, you know, we can't seem to get them." He said, "I want to check it out too. I've been hearing a lot about this camera." I said, "Yeah, I know why you can't find them anywhere." He goes, "Really? Why?" I said, "Do you know what cognitive dissonance is?" No? Well, it's when you believe something to be true and then somebody challenges it and you think the other guy's an idiot. Oh, okay. Okay, so with that being said, would you like me to continue? Yeah. Flat earthers are buying them all up. What? I said, cognitive dissonance. Remember that? Because I live right near a place called Lake Louisville that has a good 7-mile stretch that I shouldn't be able to see stuff on the other side that I could see. And I started telling them stuff, and you guys remember the cartoon, The Flintstones? There's that sound effect. It's like that's the sound you hear when the gerbil jumps off the wheel in somebody's head. Hey, check this out. Look at that. You watch the ship go out, and you see it disappear from your eye because of perspective and all kinds of other stuff. It looks like it's disappeared. Hey, let's get the camera out. Zoom in. There it is. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you've seen a lot of other videos on it as well. So, I mean, as you do this research, what ends up happening is you'll think you come to a solid conclusion. I proved this. All right. But then the yeah, but guy shows up. Well, yeah, but. And whatever his yeah, but is, well, it kind of makes sense. So then you go, well, yeah, but, and you play the yeah, but game for infinity. It never ends. And I just came to the conclusion for myself that, you know what, how long are you going to waver between two opinions? I'm just going to have to make a choice. And it's going to be a choice based on belief. Yes, I have plenty of other proofs and things that I have done that have helped along the way. But for me, it came down to let God be true and every man a liar. I have a belief. But what did we already establish at the beginning of this presentation? Belief is absurd. What you believe, Rob, is stupid. What I believe is right. Okay, what do you believe? Do you live on McDonald's? Show me the curve. Where's the beef? Show me the curve. Yeah. Okay, Rob, so what? Why is this stuff important? Well, I hear that question a lot. So I came up with about 5 reasons off the top of my head why I think this could be important. Genesis is the foundation of all that we believe in the Bible to be true. If Genesis is wrong, then it all crumbles under a faulty foundation. Genesis says nothing, zip, zero, nada, about the earth being set in motion, orbital or rotational, around the sun. In fact, the sun doesn't even show up until after the earth is already in place with life already in existence. Genesis says the sun, moon, and stars were placed inside the same firmament within which that earth was formed, not outside of it. Thus, we have a completely enclosed system within which the sun, moon, and stars move, not the earth. Number 2, if what we are seeing concerning the flat enclosed earth thesis is true, then we are all there is. We are center stage. We are the main attraction, and there can be no argument as to whether or not there is a creator. None. His existence could not possibly become more blatantly obvious than in this model. 3, If the flat enclosed Earth thesis is true, evolution goes out the window and the theory of ancient alien seeders is obliterated. In this regard, I believe we become painfully aware of the great deception and will not be fooled by it. 4. If the flat enclosed Earth thesis is true, then we cannot ever trust NASA or the government about anything, and we will finally be forced to fully trust Yahuwah's word as our sole source of truth and stop trying to bend and manipulate it to fit false paradigms. 5. If heliocentricity is false, then Scripture is true. If Scripture is true and can thus be taken literally, why should we not take it just as literal when it describes the earth as fixed, not moving, set on pillars, a foundation of pillars, carved as a circle, with edge borders inside something with 4 corners inside, enclosed under a dome? Something to think about. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back. And when I come back, part 2, we're going to talk about we're going to shift gears a little bit, talk about a seed war, the beast, and a strong delusion. And as we do that, I'll put this image up here, which is from a weather balloon shot up to 100,000 feet with no curvature. See you back in about 10 minutes.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video presentation. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and share it on your favorite social media sites. There's a lot more to come, so stay tuned and we'll see you back next time.